Hello and welcome to this Wordpress tutorial. This tutorial is aimed at helping those who want to learn how to build websites using WordPress. There are two ways to build websites using WordPress. You can either build your websites directly online, that's building it on your domain names that you have purchased from a domain hosting company, or you could learn how to build websites offline, that's using your system while it's not connected to the internet, or um, just using it offline just to learn how to use WordPress for building websites. Now, for us to achieve that, you're going to need two resources that would help us achieve building websites offline. One of them is called the XAMPP server. I have put it's open source, so you could just go to this address right here and download it. It's called XAMPP server, so you could just go to this address and put friends or to download it. Also, you're going to need the latest version of WordPress. It's also open source, so you don't need to pay for it. You just need to go to wordpress.org to download the latest version. Now, once you've done that, you need to install your XAMPP server. It's quite easy to install. Just download it and install. Follow the screen prompts, and we're good to go. So once you've done that, then we can dive right into installing WordPress offline and enjoying all the benefits of what WordPress has to offer. It's quite easy, so let's get started. Now, you need to open your favorite browser. My favorite browser is Google Chrome, so that's what we'll be using. Once you open your browser, just type in this address. You go to localhost. Yeah. Going to localhost. I have installed XAMPP, so this is what you're supposed to see. Once you get here, all you need to do is go to phpMyAdmin. Now, before I go on, I like to explain why we're doing that. For us to install WordPress successfully, we need to create databases that WordPress will be using, and then we have to do that using XAMPP, and we have to do that inside XAMPP using phpMyAdmin. So I go to phpMyAdmin, I click on it, it takes me to this window, and I have to create a database. Now let's assume that we're building this website for a company called ABC Dry Cleaners. So to keep things simple, let's call their database ABC Dry Cleaners. You can use whatever you like to use. So ABC Dry Cleaners. That's it. I just go straight to create. You can leave this as collation and create. Now database ABC Dry Cleaners has been created. You can see. Now we need to add a user to the database. Now we do that by clicking on privileges. So we click on privileges. Right here we can see add a new user. Yeah, you can use anything you like. Just make sure that you remember whatever it is you're going to use. Now I'm going to use my name as the user. So that's it. Then for hosts, you make sure you come to the drop down list and you click on local, and then you go to password. You choose your favorite password, but please remember you have to remember these passwords. You're going to use it later on while we're installing WordPress. Now the password, I'm going to use my favorite password. Yeah, we type the password. could also use the generate password button here. It's going to generate the password for you, and then you can use it here. Go straight on. Make sure that this button here is checked. Grant all privileges on database ABC dry cleaners, and then we scroll down to this button here and click on go. Good. So we have added a new user to the database called ABC dry cleaners. So you can see IODG at localhost on the database ABC dry cleaners. So we're good to go. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our freshly downloaded latest version of WordPress and put it into our server folder. Now if you have installed WordPress, if you have installed XAMPP correctly, XAMPP is usually located in your C drive. So you can go straight to computer, your C drive, you will see a folder called XAMPP, and opening that folder you see a lot of other folders. The one you're interested in is called htdocs. You double click on htdocs and then you can create your folder here. Now we're creating a folder called ABC Dry Cleaners. Now we're doing this because ABC Dry Cleaners is a website, and it has to be, all the websites you're going to be creating have to have their separate folders so that you can differentiate one from the other. Now I have done that. What we need to do now is to get the latest version of WordPress and save it inside this ABC Dry Cleaners. I have my latest version of WordPress here. It's usually a zip folder. Once you unzip it, you see this, and then you can copy all of this, and then we put it straight inside this folder called ABC Dry Cleaners. Now once that is done, all we need to do now is we go back to our browser. Let's open a new tab, and then you type this address, localhost / ABC dry cleaners, like that. Enter. Now you can see it says create a configuration file. Now this is very, very important. The configuration file of WordPress is what tells your browser how WordPress would work. Now all we need to do is go back to our ABC Dry Cleaners folder. We look for a file called wp-config. All we need to do is right click it and open it with Notepad. We need to edit it and rename it so that the browser can find it. So what we're going to do now is this. We're going to change three things. Right here we're going to change the database name. Where you have database name here, we're going to change this. We're going to change the user, and we're going to change the password. Now you have to do this properly. The name of our database that we just created is called ABC Dry Cleaners. So ABC Dry Cleaners. Make sure that these apostrophes are still there. The username, I used my name, so, and then the password I used was ABC Dry Cleaners. Right. Now what you have to do is this. You have to go to file and say save as. Now we're going to have to rename this file from wp-config-sample to wp-config. So you remove the sample and put .php. This is very important because if you save it the way it is, it's going to save as a text document. What we need it to save as is a PHP document. So wp-config.php, that's what we want. So we just click on save. Now we need to minimize this and we go back to our browser. All we need to do is just refresh this page. Voila! So WordPress browser has been able to find a config file, and all we need to do now is install WordPress. Now the information that is needed is, first of all, the site title. Say ABC Drive. The username. Now this username is going to be different from the one we used for creating the database. This username is the username that you'll be using to get into your WordPress site. This username grants you access to the administrative side of WordPress, where you can edit the website and basically update the website. So it has to be something that you can readily remember, and something that would grant access for only you, because you don't want anybody hijacking your website when you are online. So I use my name, and then password. We need to use a strong password because once your website is online, there are all sorts of people who can hijack your website. So oh sorry, that's a mismatch. Let's do it again. Yeah, that's it. WordPress gives you an indicator of how strong your password is, so you can always try and get a strong password. Enter your email address. And then we go straight to install WordPress. You click on install WordPress, and then done. Success. WordPress has been installed. Were you expecting more steps? Sorry to disappoint. Okay, so what we need to do now is to log in. So you click on login, and it takes you to the login page for your website. That's my username, and I'm sure this is my password, but let me just type it over again. That's it. I can tell it to remember me so that next time it won't be asking me. So I click on login, and voila, this is the admin side of WordPress, and here I am. It tells me welcome to my new WordPress site. Now to look at how this is my admin side. I'm the only one who has access to this. So to look at what the public sees when they come to my website, you can just click on this by opening a new tab. Now this is my website. Pages, different pages, the search bar. WordPress is quite easy to use, so this takes us just less than 5 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. If you enjoyed it, you can drop a few comments on this video, and I'll be happy to help you through your installations and problems. And stay tuned for some more tutorials on using WordPress as a preferred content management system. Thank you.